All New Yorkers are thrilled today, not though because they're baseball fans, but because they are football fans. However, if you live in the great state of Wisconsin, if you played for the Packers, if you like the Packers, WTF is going on with the Green Bay Packers as they blow yet another double-digit lead.
I can't even say anything. I'm just going to let you continue. And, yeah, man, it's a great day to be in New York. New York football is where it's at right now.
Well, let me just point out that the Commandos beat the Packers, another huge favorite that they were. And it goes right down the tubes. You see your boy right there. Aaron Rodgers actually mouthing the words, "What the F are we doing?" Well, people are asking you the same question, but I'll help you out with the answer to that question. You've now lost in consecutive weeks to Daniel Jones, Zach Wilson, and some guy named Heineke. Heineke. Heineke took care of business, and the Packers are now 3-4.
They are 3-4, and they don't look good. And it starts, I don't care how you skim this, it starts with Aaron Rodgers. You know, I've tried my best to stay on the side of, you know what, they got to get better offensively. They got to put weapons around them. And yes, they do. But Aaron Rodgers is just simply not playing to the caliber and the level that we have been accustomed to seeing him play. He is not making the guys around him better, which is scary to me. Because you have a group of young guys, specifically at the receiver position, that you need to bud, that you need to help progress and mature and bring along. And that is just not happening. And if that doesn't happen, this team may be watching with us.
Well, listen, this team is going to be 3 games out of first place. If you start breaking it down just from a sports standpoint, they've never been in that spot, really, with Aaron Rodgers. They've never been under 500 7 weeks in to a season with Aaron Rodgers. But the key thing for me that we'll get to a lot later today and throughout the week is what you said, which is what makes great players great. The ability to make other guys better. Like, one of the reasons we consider Tom Brady the GOAT is that he took no-name guys and he made them great. Now, they get the credit, too, for the work they put in, all that. But he took guys we never heard of and made them great. And this particular year, Aaron Rodgers isn't doing it. Threw for less than 200 yards yesterday. And, again, they're blowing leads. And if you want to put that a little bit on the Packer defense, that's probably fair too. But you've now lost 3 straight games to Jones, Wilson, and Heineke. Not for nothing, none of them are going to the Hall of Fame. And he is. And he has let them down. And frankly, he's let you down. So this is a good opportunity for you to renew your dislike for Aaron Rodgers on this show.
It's not even dislike. But what I would say is you got to trust your guys. I don't care what. I'm watching it with New York, in particularly the Giants. This is the team that they just trust the process. They trust one another. They got to lean on one another. You don't see that with the Green Bay Packers. You see guys who are, number one, Aaron Rodgers, like, what is going on? And we're all sitting here saying what's going on with you. Like, because anything else in the Green Bay world can be falling apart. He can't be a part of that. He just simply can't be one of the reasons why they lose games, and he hasn't been the reason why they've been winning, and he's been a part of why they're losing.
3 straight. But your team you just mentioned is hot to trot. They don't lose. You give the Giants a 1-score game in the 4th quarter, and they do it again yesterday. They win. They're now they stay right behind the Philadelphia Eagles. They only have the 1 loss, of course. They're 6-1. They beat the Jaguars yesterday. And here's what's interesting about the Giants. Their coach makes 0 mistakes in the 4th quarter. And it seems like every other coach makes plenty of mistakes. Again yesterday, all right, Jacksonville is winning. They're up by 4. They have a chance to kick a field goal in the 4th quarter and take a touchdown lead. They get cocky. They go for it on 4th and short. Quarterback sneak. The Giants stop it. They go right down the field. They score a touchdown. They take the lead. The game is over. It ain't that difficult to figure out what the Giants do.
It is, and I can't fault Doug Peterson for doing that. You know, you take a chance, you lean on your quarterback and your offense to get 1 yard. That doesn't happen. But you mentioned it. This New York Giants football team, staff and players, they just stick together. And you see it. You saw it from day one. For me, this all stems back to where Brian Daboll comes from. That New England Patriots coaching tree, understanding what to do, when to do, close out halves. They have done it great. And Daniel Jones, is he their guy?
Well, he's playing like he's their guy. He did have an interception. It got called back because of a questionable, a roughing the passer penalty afterwards. So, again, he has not made the big mistake to kill him. They get big turnovers. The ATN fumble inside the 5 that Julian Love picks up in the end zone. And they are the best fourth quarter team in football right now. And when you're going to play one-score games, which is all they've played, every Giant game has been decided by a score, nothing more. And they've won all but one of them because they're the best fourth quarter team in football.
You know, the beauty about that is when you know who you are and you play to that, it's hard to beat you because this New York football team, this New York Giant football team, they're not going to score 30-plus points a game. They understand that. They are one of those teams that are telling one another, look, just keep us in it. Just keep us in it. If we're in it, we're in it to win it. Like they said, I think one of the quotes from one of the guys came on Thibodeau when he said, when they beat the Packers, we wanted to see if they could swim. We brought them down to the deep end, and we found out they couldn't swim. That is literally what they're doing to every team that they play. They're seeing if these teams can close games, the better than what they can close games.
They're not the only New York team that knows how to close out games.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
This is fantastic.
Oh, no, you have to sit right there and take it. You know it.
Where are you going? It's okay. It's all right, because there's one team in green that knows how to play football. That's right, and it's not the Packers. It's the Jets, Jets.
Eagles are good too.
Maybe the greatest football game ever played in the modern era of NFL football, as my man Breece Hall takes it 60-plus yards for another touchdown, and sadly tore his ACL later in that game because, we're only allowed a certain amount of good things as Jet fans, so we got the dub, but we lost our best running back in the process, and for a running team, that is going to obviously be an issue for them going forward. We'll get to that in a little bit. Zach Wilson, another amazing day. This is how quarterbacks in the NFL today get the job done with 16 completed passes. That's right, and a whopping 161 yards throwing the ball.
Incredible.
He was under duress the entire day. He fumbled, they didn't call it. He's scrambling, he's spinning, he's teaching young children out there the way to play NFL football. Sure, you got your Bradys and your Rodgers and your Herberts and your Trevor Lawrences. Zach Wilson is showing people how to play the position of quarterback in the NFL, and Breece Hall, unfortunately, tears the ACL. But a very low-scoring game, and the Jet defense, again, steps up, albeit against a lousy offense in the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, but they're winning games that they need to win. And that's something that you know as a Jets fan, they haven't done. I don't say that to punch at them. When they actually win games that they're supposed to win, this is when you realize we're going over the top. We're starting to enter into the questions.
Can I flip that on you?
Yeah.
It's not so much when you win games like that, and this could seem like it's semantics, but as a Jet fan, it's not. It's when you don't lose games like that. The New York Jets had a habit of, close game. We think we're better than them, but we'll find a way to lose it. Exactly.
Correct. And they are finding ways to win these games. And when you are a young team, young coach, and you're trying to establish a new identity, a new wave, and a new culture, you have to believe that we can win these games, and you have to do it, and they have been doing it. This is why I like this team. Number one, they just got a little sauce on that defensive side of the ball.
Right?
They got a little sauce, and that sauce is special.
Craig, on the flip side, how many starting quarterbacks has your team beaten this year?
Does that matter, Cody? Does that matter if you hit a home run off a bad reliever? Does someone say, "Oh well, you hit it off a bad reliever"?
They did it to me every single time. Yes.
And in that case,
Did you care?
No.
Listen, it's not my fault the other team lines up a scrub. We did that for so many years. I know what scrubs look like, and it's my pleasure to beat them into oblivion. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.